Well, today was a chance for the people of Mangaung to voice their concerns, as well as grievances directly to the President and his ministers. Dr. Trevor Ngwane is a sociology lecturer at the University of Johannesburg and joins me now to discuss the presidential imbizo. Thank you so much for your time and good afternoon to you. Let's reflect on what happened at the imbizo. I think particularly of importance here is hearing the people of Mangaung voicing out their concerns, and I think they did have a lot that they wanted to share with the President. Perhaps what stood out for you in terms of what are the concerns and grievances of the people of Free State?
Thank you very much for having me. Well, it was a litany of complaints and very few positive things were said about the government. And even though a lot of the speakers said they were ANC members and many were wearing ANC regalia, they had very little positive to say about the party. In fact, to the contrary, some members were even attempting to air the party's dirty laundry, naming specific transgressions and even naming ANC leaders. You know, but they raise the usual issues. It could be that maybe, you know, in Mangaung or in the Free State, the issues are more, it's worse. But, you know, it's poor governance, complaints about service delivery, water, sanitation, housing, healthcare, crime, and everything actually, corruption in particular. They're also against, they are tired of ANC factionalism.
Yeah.
So in a way, I think that, you know, Mangaung and the Free State, you know, is a case study of how the ANC has failed the masses. Yeah.
I mean, Dr. Ngwane, the likes of, you know, Minister Kubai was there, the likes of Mondli Ngugubela was there, Minister in the Presidency, Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma was also there. She also made a remark around how the Free State province is rich, however, many contesting and, you know, raising issues around then why are we still poor? If this is a rich province indeed, how come is it that there aren't enough jobs and people remain poor? Were you satisfied with the response coming from the President, the engagement that at least we've also heard from the various ministers present there as well?
Well, to be honest, you know, I'm a great believer in democracy. So, you know, it's good if the government, the president goes to the people. But, you know, it was a bit of a waste of time from the point of view of the people because it soon became a kind of public relations exercise rather than seriously addressing the issues. You know, many of the questions were not even asked. I mean, they had a WhatsApp where people could ask questions and 3,000 messages came through. So we don't know what those questions were. And some of the answers from the ministers were pretty lame. I think there was a lot of what I can call blame shifting, abrogation of responsibility. There was one exception, you know, there's a minister, Senzo Mchunu, was talking about water, and he seemed to have done his homework. He had definite plans. I'll be back here on Thursday, and I'll do, and he listed the projects he was going to address. But other ministers, Lindiwe, Zulu, you know, saying things like, my department cannot do this alone. You know, Beitele, the police minister, saying he will come back later. So I do think that not enough was done. And then lastly, of course, there's the problem of the ANC's austerity budget. So, you know, many of the ministers, this was a good reason and excuse, you know, for lack of delivery, because, you know, we don't have enough money.
Yeah. I mean, Dr. Ngwane, at the same time, this is a province under administration. It's not just any other province. If anything, we needed to hear timelines, turnaround times as to when they would, you know, turn around the province again to be where it needs to be, but also just in terms of service delivery and ensuring that the right leaders account and also therefore replace if need be, so that the province can, of course, run the way it should be. Let's talk about that part where the province is under administration. Your opinion on the response from the minister, from the presidency as to where to from here so that the province can get back to where it needs to be?
Well, I think it was an exercise in trying to put Humpty Dumpty together again, you know, because I couldn't get a sense of how they're going to, you know, correct some of the utter destruction caused by factionalism, corruption, and, in a way, President Ramaphosa was going there to assert his leadership over the ANC, as the step aside rule. So their SG, their Secretary General, is still in the Free State trying to fight back. So I think there is a real problem. And as you say, only one or two ministers had definite plans, to make things better. And I think I had a sense, which maybe is unfair, that it looks like everything the ANC touches turns to dust, because the litany of complaints, and you find that everywhere in the country. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to leave it there, but I appreciate you speaking to me about this, Dr. Trevor Ngwane from the University of Johannesburg. I suppose we'll have to wait again and see if this exercise, this imbizo again, will bear any fruit within the province of Free State.